Live. Testing. Who over here winning in this game of 21? You letting your sister beat you? You letting the let it fight another day. You can you can hear me? She got you going to the gym? But everybody that's here, we shooting live. Welcome to Black Dot Cultural Center. Live watch party. Streaming live. Hope everybody's doing good today. I take that as a yes. I take that as a yes. Who voted? Can I be nosy? Say who y'all voted for? Who you?
Kamala.
Who you vote? Who you vote? Whoa.
Next.
Who you vote
I do not give political views.
I'll
I
tell
don't
you
give
who
my
I voted for. Kamala.
Say that loud. Did you vote? Who'd you vote for?
I got my pearls done. What do you think?
Okay, I understand. Nancy Reagan. My man sleep. Who voted? What you vote? Who'd you vote for, man? Hold on.
What's her name? Kamala.
We anti-prison. We tell you what you charge for here. Who you vote for?
You know who I voted for.
It sounds like a Kamala house. Sounds like a Kamala. That's a funny name to say, Kamala. Kamala with a comma.
Everything on the mic is going Facebook Live. So we want to talk to the people from anywhere in this area and talk to their campus. And we can talk to the people live. Okay. So just let me know and I'll switch to this camera for you. You can go and I'm going to go.
How you doing every day? How you doing, everybody? It's Lee Johnson, Real Man, Real Stories, live at Black Dot Cultural Center for our live watch party going on tonight. I hope everybody's doing good if they caught the live stream. I'm a shout out to my man, Brother Cass, letting us do this in his establishment, Black Dot Cultural Center down at 6984 Main Street, man. Comment in the comment section. Let us know who you voted for, what you got going on. My brother Cass is running around out there chewing on some food. I'm going to get him on the mic, present everything to y'all. Brother, you going to introduce yourself?
Let me get the other mic.
Oh, he about to get the other mic, man. He about to get the other mic, y'all. Let me walk around for me.
You see it right here. This county looks like it's going to Joe Biden won this by 4 points 4 years ago. Now Donald Trump just about all the way.
Come on up here, bro. We got to turn this mic up. Why do I feel like we need to turn them up? Is it good?
You can hear me? Yeah, we good. I think we're good. You good? You good?
You ready for this?
Man, you ready for this?
Am I ready for this?
I'm ready for this. I got the colors on and everything all over the place.
That what that is?
Splash. Black dots.
Black Dot.
Splash and Black Dot in the house. How's everybody
I'm
doing?
Kazem Dejamu, owner of Black Dot Culture Center, also founder of Black Dot Leadership Academy. Welcome to our 2024 election watch party.
Yes, sir.
I'm honored to do it with this young brother. To
I'm
me,
honored.
he's young. He may not think so, even though he got a little gray going on there. A little gray.
If I had as much hair on my face as you, I think I might have the same.
He's still younger.
But yeah, I'm definitely a little bit younger, man.
But we about to do this,
They're
right?
gonna let this man like 50 years old, man. It's not this man like,
I wish.
like that. This man like 50 years old.
I'm like 50. I'll take that. Like 50.
Like 50.
That ain't is 50.
Like
That's
50.
like 50.
Hey, that's better. That might be actually better than 50.
You think so?
Sometimes 50 is like 50 is better than 50.
Well, if I get this W tonight, I'm gonna feel like I'm 50.
You gonna get? I think.
You think it's
y'all
gonna happen
gonna get
tonight?
I think y'all gonna get the W.
What is y'all?
Everybody?
You said y'all.
The Kamala.
You ain't.
The Kamala.
You was around here asking everybody else.
I am an orator. I am bipartisan. I am just like the fly on the wall. I
That
don't
sound
even
like some
matter.
straight bullshit to me.
I
right
sound like
there.
the servant of the people.
Ooh, that was clever.
Like that one.
It was that
All I
clever,
do is
though.
serve the people.
That's non-responsive.
Very non-responsive.
Exactly.
But it's still serving the people.
So you one of them brothers that everybody talking about?
What everybody talking about?
You already know.
I might be.
You ain't blind.
I might be. I might be one of them brothers everybody talking about.
Oh, we got to talk.
A lot
It's
of
too
people
late
wanna
though.
talk.
Polls closed. Wait a minute. It's
It's
still
just-
open in DeKalb County.
No, it's not.
We might need to go take a trip.
Man,
you
listen.
know they was trying to blow up polling places around
I heard
here, right?
about that, man. I heard about that.
Yeah, that's how they
Listen,
feel.
I
That's how they
heard-
feel about us.
In 2020, man, they had what in the Midwest during Trump's thing. Them boys raided a whole poll. Was it Arkansas,
Yeah.
Wisconsin, or something like that?
Yeah, that's-
Police had to come out
They're
there.
trying to make sure we don't vote for Kamala.
But you know what?
So why is that? Why are they
Because
trying to ensure that we can't vote for her?
ideologies.
Is that all, or is it hatred?
It's a lot of hatred, but it's all of it's beginning of the ideology.
No, I
Everybody's thought of
It's
something.
been ideology for
Yeah,
as long as I can remember, right? But it never came to this.
it's the
Not in my
basis,
lifetime.
Well, no,
This is like 1956 shit.
but hey, but
That's scare tactics.
but
1956.
But if we go all the way back to the early 1900s, where they was just grabbing
we
people
talking about
in
in
New
my
York.
lifetime. In when our elders
Yeah,
got the right to vote, they was
Yeah.
using these same type of scare tactics
yeah.
to prevent
It
us
might
from
have been
voting.
worse back then. Probably was worse than what it is
It
now.
is worse, but just the fact
Yeah.
that they're still using. They ain't blowing up, trying to blow up polling places in white communities. I wonder why. Oh, because they think it's a high likelihood that white folks are going to vote for Trump.
High likelihood they think so.
But in the black community, they want to stop our vote.
So who do you predict? What is your prediction?
I think Kamala gonna win.
And why you think
I'm
Kamala
not
gonna win?
watching the camera though, am I? While I'm
Why
talking.
you think Kamala's gonna win?
First is the way forward and not backwards. Two, I think there's going to be enough Republicans that are going to cross over and vote for Kamala. Three, I think that she's going to carry Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, which is the blue wall states. She carried those states. So far, everything is going as planned. Trump is winning the states he was going to win. Kamala is winning the states that she's supposed to win, and there's a bunch of them that are still too early to call. But if you look at the TV, you got North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan. We need 3 of those 5, and she's done. Everything else she's gonna carry, and we won't go backwards. We won't have the Justice Department not looking at police department. They're gonna give police departments the green light to crack our heads, get out of order.
I mean, I
So
remember what
that's
Trump
their
said.
ideology, right?
I
It ain't
remember
what they
what
said;
Trump
is what they
saying, though.
did.
But that's
That ain't what they did.
But also though, he could say that at a federal level, but it's still up to really the states and even down to the county line of how the police.
But there's no consent decrees. So on the local level, police departments aren't worrying about a consent decree coming down from the federal level, right?
No.
So they pretty much got a green light to do what they want to do.
But most of the cops that get prosecuted for something is at a state level. It's usually not federal.
That had nothing to do with the consent decree.
You talking about like
oversight, where they have to show all the statistics, where the federal government actually uncover all of the bullshit that's hidden underneath it. So like Cleveland, after Tamir Rice was under a consent decree, right?
Yeah.
So these things take place. These things are very necessary.
I mean,
to have
but
federal oversight over police departments nationally.
But the acts are far and few between that the federal even inconvene. But we can probably name a couple. But as far as like
any act acceptable.
No act acceptable.
But you making a point.
Hold on, I'm making a point.
We go there. Right?
I'm making a point though, because what I'm saying is because everybody's point is 1 or 2 or 3 points out of a million that
well,
kind of
let's go down your million.
Hold on, but because I've been a part of that and nobody came to my aid. So you talking to a person
Were
that's
you murdered? I'm talking to you.
No. I got smacked in the back. Reason why I'm not murdered because I'm smart and it was in public. If I went around the corner with him, I would. All that happened was I got busted in the back.
But the federal government's not going to
skills.
come in on a smack on the back.
No,
of the
not
head, right?
it was a little more than the smack that happened to me. I'm just being.
But what I'm saying, it usually is something egregious or something that the cameras catch, like a Tamir Rice, right?
No.
Shot
No. My situation was highly reason why there was no shooting.
As egregious as that.
No, because they charged me with egregious. They charged me with actually trying to pull a pistol from a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they tried to charge me. No, matter of fact.
But there was no. They lied on you, basically.
5 cops said I beat him up. 5
They
cops,
lied
five
on
they said I basically beat him up, and then they tried to bring my military record of what I did in the military as me possibly.
So that stayed on the state level.
So my whole point is, and right now in the police computer, I am prone. Like if you go into a police cruise, you put my name up, there's going to be a note saying prone to aggravate assault police officers in the computer. I just seen it.
Now you know I'm not dismissing what happened.
No,
to
no,
you,
no,
right?
no, no,
But to me, that's one incident is not going to have the federal government come in for a consent decree, right?
But you gotta understand though. People pick and choose who they want to fight for. Because Rosa Parks wasn't the first person to get on that bus. It was a lot of
Who's
people.
picking and choose? What?
No.
Who? You said people pick and choose. I want you to be specific.
Because that's why I'm being specific. That's basically what you kind of like what you thinking about.
That's what I'm thinking about.
No, because it's picking and choosing. Because you said, hold on. Because basically you brought up a couple of points about.
I said the federal government.
And I'm telling you, the
The
federal
US
government pick and
attorneys.
choose. It doesn't even listen. It doesn't even matter for this mandate or that mandate, strictly because of the federal government's going to pick and choose who they want to protect, and who they not want to. And then
Who in the federal government picks and choose?
you tell me, because you're the one that said the federal government's supposed to have the
But you're
the
telling me
mandate.
that they pick and choose. So who specifically?
Because I know the federal government is not always
So the U.S.
there.
Attorney's Office is what you're talking
Not even
about.
necessarily. Couldn't even. It's usually somebody points something like, okay,
No,
he
I'm
this part of
telling
this.
you, it's the U.S. Attorney's Office.
No, but
It's the Attorney General and the Hold on.
but somebody brought it to
so-
the U.S.
so-
attorney though, right?
Well,
'Cause the U.S. attorney-
Oftentimes, it's all over national news, right?
I mean,
Oftentimes, because there's U.S. attorneys in every state.
but hold
right?
on. Since we talking about how do you create U.S. national news? How do the news pick and choose what's U.S. national, what's not? And see, listen.
Wait,
listen.
wait,
let me
wait,
finish,
we
but-
did- we
oh,
got
no,
way in
no,
the
no, no,
weeds.
You want me down that rabbit hole?
Let's go.
We going down
Let's
that
go.
rabbit hole.
Okay.
So now, if you really want to know my true being, everything is a pick and choose. Everything that we've been doing, even going back to the civil rights, all that was a pick and choose. And you want me to break it down?
So
hold on.
wait,
Let me- you gotta let me
hold.
cook.
So everything's a pick and choose.
Everything's a pick
so
and
let's when we go back to the civil
Oh,
rights
it-
movement, let's name the picks
Everything
that we chose. Let's name the picks.
All right, for one, the parties that pick the sides have switched sides in their agenda in their life. So that's a pick and choose. But then,
Well, who did black people pick?
hold on, the
Who did they
Republican,
choose?
the Republican was the one for civil. The Democrats was the one against civil rights. And I know that's definitely correct. So no, you know it was the pick and choose. But now,
who signed the
Hold on.
legislation?
Hold
Who signed in the
Both
civil
of them had to
rights?
say,
Wait a minute.
both
Wait.
of them had to come to agreements
Who,
with the legislation.
who signed?
Both parties, but both.
It's a
But
simple
it got to be a majority of one party. It was most likely probably majority of
It was a
Republican
bipartisan.
party, but most likely it was majority of Republican
So it
party
would
that
not have
signed it
happened.
in.
But who signed the civil rights legislation? Who signed it into law?
Who signed it into law?
Yeah.
It had to have been the government, either the House and the Senate.
They
It-
passed the bill, but
yeah.
who signed it into law?
The House and the Senate. The House
The House and the
representative,
Senate.
the House Speaker.
The House
Or
and the
the
Senate.
Sen-
No,
the
they
Senate, the
passed
Speaker.
the bill, but who signed it into
The
law?
president, the people.
Who was the
legisl-
president?
The president at the time was it Kennedy
No.
or Lyndon?
And what party
Lyndon
was
is
he?
but Lyndon is a high racist.
But what party was he in?
Lyndon was in what he was in the Republican Party.
No.
He was in the Democrat.
Yes.
But who was majority of the House and the Senate at the time?
Well, let's look it up.
Who was it? No, you.
So let's no. But we're
But-
going down the rabbit
I
hole,
know,
right?
but no.
So,
Because
but you said-
you're taking me off of really the real
No,
point. But
I'm
but-
trying
but-
to figure out who picked.
But no, and so we
So who chose?
we signed who signed. So who was the
voted-
majority? Who was the
voted
majority?
for Lyndon Johnson?
Who was the majority of the House and the Senate at the time? Let's.
Can I get my phone?
Let's get
We're gonna
that.
pull it up right now.
Because I guarantee
We're gonna
you,
pull it up right now.
it's probably not going to be the Democratic Party.
So-
Most likely it's going to be the Republican Party.
So
that
let's say-
signed that
So
civil rights bill
here's
in,
an example.
or
So
that pushed it.
if you have a Republican Congress and a Democratic president,
Mhm.
right? And the Republican Congress passes bills, does the Democratic president have to sign that into law?
If it's the majority of the House in the state,
If it's the
he gonna have
majority,
to sign it.
if it's the majority of the
of the House
Senate, you mean?
the House and the representatives in the Senate, he's going to have to sign it because it goes to one.
When does it
to the
become
other, to him.
veto proof?
Either it gets to him first, or whatever he sends
So let's
out.
backtrack. So let's lay it out first, right?
Let's stop
Because you said pick and choose. You sent me down this rabbit hole.
Stop. We're gonna time out. Because I know where you're
Pick and
going.
choose.
No. We're gonna time out. We're not get off of legislation. We talking about pick and choose. We talking about real life. So get off the legislation.
That
No,
is
no, no,
legislation.
no.
Real life
'Cause
is legislation.
get off legislation. No, get off that.
Right.
Because that's not real life legislation, and we know that. Because that life,
Well,
life involves lobbyists.
how the
that
federal
life involves
how the,
interests.
how the federal government
and that life is
how the
capital.
federal government chooses what cases they choose to go in and
we
look
don't
at.
even we don't
is
even know why.
legislation.
We listen, and we can sit there and guesstimate why they pick and who they want. We can say racism. We can say money. We can say
You know
whatever.
when
But
you know when they
we don't
choose-
even
you
we
know
don't
when-
even realize
you know when they choose
why they choose it.
when they choose when an offense happens that violates your civil rights. That's when the federal government can choose to come in a state matter. Rodney King. It happened with Rod,
But it was on camera. The only reason why they went to his aid because it was on camera. If it wasn't on camera, you would have never heard of
You
it.
would have never.
And then them and tell me,
Does that make it wrong?
no. But let's all right. Since you want to prove that point, let me prove a real point to you. So let's say you don't want to use a lawyer. Let's say you want to do your own paperwork and send your own paperwork up the line, up the chain by yourself. That means you go get it certified and you fill out all the right documents. You send the paperwork to the DA. You send the paperwork to the public defender, and you send the paperwork to the county, whatever you want to do in that county, whatever court case or whatever you want to see in that county. Without a lawyer, 9 times out of 10, we know this because I've been sending stuff and people's been sending stuff and they're not going to hear it because they pick and choose who they want to hear. Or hold on, part of that pick and choose might be a little shove from somebody else. But if you don't have the shove or the means to shove, it doesn't matter. So now we're going to go back. Does that legislation even matters if your voice can't be heard?
Well,
if your voice is not heard in
now
that
can I
legislation,
respond? Because I listen. I listen. Brothers and sisters who took their own cases, right, that actually knew the law. Some of those cases went forward. Some of them didn't, because it's really not about any, like, if I go in and try to, if I personally,
99% of them cases don't go forward.
I'm not a lawyer.
99% of them cases don't go forward.
I'm not a lawyer. So if I choose to represent myself, not truly understanding the law,
that's enough. You going down the wrong, because if you can't afford a lawyer and you get
in this country, a lawyer can be appointed to you, right?
and you get that public defender is not
I'm not
a lawyer.
saying that it's no, it
that's
is a lawyer. It might not be the best
That's not
lawyer.
a lawyer. That's not a lawyer, because that.
So a public defender didn't
A
go.
public defender is a meat bag that sits there and files paperwork and cuts deals, so they don't want to lose a bad record. A public defender.
Are they a lawyer though?
A public defender works for the county. They don't work for you.
Are they a lawyer?
They're
though?
not your lawyer. They're the county's lawyer. So yeah, they are a lawyer, but they're not your lawyer. So officially, they're not a lawyer.
So public defenders have never gotten anyone off? Is that
A
what we're
public
saying?
defender.
Are we saying
all of the public defenders I know that got anybody off quit the public defender's office because you can't get anything done how they do the public defenders. Let's not talk about public defenders.
No, I'm just clarifying.
I
You
got
said
a
they're
public
not
de-
lawyers. I
got
just
a-
want you to clarify
I got
your
a public
words.
defender story for my personal reference.
So do I.
Public defender
So
story.
do I.
So
We both
public
do.
defenders work for the state and they prove it every day. Matter of fact, some paid lawyers are against you when they work for the state. All this and all that.
So
it doesn't matter.
Everything. So none of this matters. None of this matters. Because basically, what you're saying is, if I represent myself, I'm fucked. If I get an attorney, I'm fucked. So
basically,
the whole system is fucked. That's what you're saying.
But you know that when lawyers are sitting down in meetings and deciding, I will give you this person if you give me that person. I will give you this person, you get that person. Justice, listen, and it is some bullshit because you're not guilty to proving innocent. You're already guilty. So, and you got to prove yourself innocent. Did I say it wrong? You got to prove yourself innocence. The law is backwards. So, and we know this, and you know I'm telling the truth. So, is it all some bullshit? Possibly it is some bullshit.
So none of this matters.
What? None of
this matters.
You breathe. Hold on.
You're cutting me off. You're not letting me talk. I'll let you talk.
Go for it. Go for it.
This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing. The government ain't shit. I got to finish my point.
He want to finish his point.
The government ain't
How you
shit.
gotta produce? Huh?
The government ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
The lawyers ain't shit.
Ain't shit. Even worse.
Politicians ain't shit.
Even worse than lawyers.
So
doctors ain't shit. Doctors are modern day drug dealers, and you know I'm telling the truth. Doctors are modern day drug dealers.
Now
Insurance
that
companies
you
ain't
have
shit.
identified the problem, what is the solution?
Stop.
Stop what?
What I told you in the other meeting. Stop buying
doing
shit.
what?
Stop fucking with them. Stop buying. Listen. Hold on. Let's step outside. Who got a Tesla?
Why we gotta step outside?
No, because I want to show you what we need to stop doing.
Stop
Because I
doing
got to
what?
show you.
What
Whoever
we
got a
gonna stop
Tesla,
doing?
whoever got a Mercedes Benz, whoever got some bullshit that you don't really need, stop buying. Stop buying lobster bisque when you can't afford lobster bisque. Stop doing all that shit. Our power is in our money. Yes, this is all. You want my truth? Yes, this is all some bullshit. Yes, the civil rights
What
movement.
is the solution?
I'm telling you, stop
Stop
buying
what?
shit. Use up. Listen,
what does that prove?
that will give
What
us
does that get us?
consumer power. Follow the money. You fuck people's money up, you fuck them up. Because that's all they worried about is money. I'm not saying they're racist. And I'm not
So-
saying they're sexist.
So you
they
talking
are
about black
greenest.
people or all people?
No, at least black Americans.
So
stop
that's what,
buying
$2 trillion?
shit. Show our consumer power. Do without.
Is $2 trillion
Do
consumer
without.
problem?
That shit, $2 trillion. Talking about if we stop buying for how long? Are you calculating the if we
What I'm
stop
saying
buying?
is $2 trillion doesn't make a dent in what is the consumer spending in this country.
the deficit. Is
I didn't say the
33
deficit. I said spending.
But that's
What is spent in this country? That $2 trillion that we spend annually isn't much of nothing.
listen.
So what do we stop? What
Listen.
do we get?
That shit affects somebody important, and that's all that matters. That shit is going to affect
You know
an
what it
important
affects?
person.
You know what it affects?
Listen.
So what? So when you stop spending money, with these consumers, what about all the black people
Why-
that are working for these companies?
Let me-
Are they not the first to get laid off?
forget the companies?
Are they not the first to get laid off?
Why do you
If
think?
it's your
Why do
theory-
you think these white people signed that civil rights bill? In your mind, why do you think they really signed it to do good to black American people?
Does it matter?
It matters a lot.
Why does it matter?
Because they didn't sign it to do. They want brothers' dollars. Some people knew by letting these folks walk in through the front door is going to get us more money. It's going to put us where
But
we
I'm
want
still
to
waiting.
be at.
You still said stop. I'm waiting for the solution.
That is a
Stop.
solution. Stop buying everything and
And
make
then
them
what?
come to you.
And then what?
And then sit and chill
So
out
what
and be
happens to
patient.
the employees that are working for these companies when you stop buying? The brothers and sisters
We
that are
don't-
working for these businesses.
We lose our jobs. We take care of
Oh,
each other.
How do we do
We
that?
take care of each
How
other.
do we do that?
We take you half these jobs we shouldn't be working at anyway. We take care of each other. We take care of each other. We do what everybody on left on.
We can hear y'all but can't see y'all. So just go back.
Talk about the election results right now.
Grab one of the mics and turn them on. They said, let's grab one and turn it on.
Man, everybody, welcome down here, man, the Black Dot Cultural Center, man. Heated debate going on. What matters, what don't matters in life. What votes, what don't vote. Some bipartisan. I am your orator. I am the man, the motherfucking mellow. Real man stories, man. How's everybody doing out there, man? We got the music playing. We got the people playing cards. What y'all over here playing? What we playing today? Oh, man. War on the election night. We going to war. What's going on, my brother? You voted today, man? Who you vote for? I'm being nosy.
I voted for Harry.
Kamala Harris, man. Kamala Harris, man. This is a Harris house. This is a Kamala Harris house, man. All Kamala Harrises. Mr. DJ over there playing the DJ. Stressed out, man. That's what I do to folks, man. I stressing the fuck out, man. They call me Mr. BC, man. Goodies powder. Goodies powder, man. Definitely some gunpowder, man. I know I'm definitely some gunpowder. I live by what I say, though. I ain't that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it look good. It sound good, man. It sound good. I think he TKO, man. He out for the count. Out for the count, man. We got Kamala Harris, 54 degree, 54, 52.8. Michigan is one of them states she need to win, correct? Michigan is one of them states she need to win, and she is actually winning right now, man. Minnesota, she had Trump with me in Minnesota, man. He would definitely go Minnesota. He would. I've been to Minnesota, man. So he definitely would win Minnesota, man. You don't think he gonna win Minnesota?
Minnesota's where they burned everything down.
Talking about 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
So Minnesota got a little ticket.
Is it Trump
again.
people? Is it Trump people burning stuff down?
Oh no, it's us. We was mad. Yeah, we were mad.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no surprises so far. Everything is the way it's supposed to be.
4 against Maryland, up north, tri-state, right to abortion. Man, that's some courtroom stuff right there. Definitely don't want Donald Trump, man. Definitely don't want no Donald Trump. You clap. I like that brown hoodie you got right there. I seen it up there. I was finna take it. I seen that thing. Yeah, I seen that thing. He said he got an earth tone hoodie. Earth tone hoodie, man. What's going on? What's going on? Light party. It is what it is. Light party. Still a party. A horrible situation.
We've got Trump doing well in terms of his margins in the two southern swing states that we've got the most vote in, North Carolina and Georgia, as Steve Kornacki has been portraying it. We've got no surprises anywhere unless you want to count the Florida abortion measure falling short of the 60% threshold that it needed in order to pass. Alex Wagner, let me ask you, just in terms of how things have been unfolding, so what's caught your eye, or what have you been hearing from people on the inside?
One of the things, and we talked to David Clough about it last time we were all gathered here on Sunday night, was the way in which some of these abortion measures might influence the electorate.
North Carolina.
I think is really interesting.
Man, I would think Harris she should take North Carolina. I would think so. I would think it's all said and done. She should take North Carolina. I definitely.
What's happening on that map looks exactly how I imagined the map.
Oh.
You hear me? You better believe it. And black people should photograph that map at the end of the night, so they know where to spend money. And where not to.
That's a
Believe
really
that.
good
Oh, you think?
That's a great point.
Black people will high five you all day. And I suppose. And
Oh my God.
I think that's just a human thing. That's North Dakota, man. Come on now. You already know that. Ohio.
Congress. Look at Congress.
Yeah, because this
Because
is
it don't even matter if Kamala wins.
Yeah.
He ran, it's
yeah.
They won't move. It'll be a deadline.
I think it's already like that though. Tell me one time. It was Obama had the House and the Senate like the first year or two, and then he was so focused on other things. That's one of the reasons why the abortion thing got passed. He was too busy focused on passing one thing, and that abortion thing got slipped. And by the time again he lost the House and the Senate. Newt Gingrich and them was saying anything he did, hell no. But I mean, but hold on. I got a question to ask everybody. Tell me what president that didn't happen to. In anybody, in even not in our lifetime, before our lifetime. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so every president is going to have a struggle with the Congress, and then we even had times where the president almost had it, and the Congress still his own party was like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't messing with you on that. But you can't get nothing done though. If I'm fighting you all day long, and then you fuck around, the government get mad and the government shut down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go crazy. And half the people don't even understand what the fuck did the government say. You still getting up, going to work. Your lights come on. I'm good. Let's keep moving. They got absentee ballots. You got mail-in ballots. Do you know the actual president is not chosen until January the 6th by the Electoral College? Listen, I don't even know why we need the Electoral College if we already count all the shit before we get to them. If I understood if them dudes actually counted, but it had been counted 3 or 4 times, certified 3 or 4 times before it even get to them boys to protect their prospective states before they make their decision. I don't even think we need them. I'm going to do without them. That's like the middleman. It's just individual states, though.
I mean, she has to get Georgia. I mean, come on.
I mean, Georgia Biden get Georgia? Yeah, Obama got Georgia. He didn't get it the second time? North Carolina. I was stationed in Fort Bragg for a couple of years. Yeah. I didn't even know they had a golf course. I ain't even know. I know the DZs in the field. Oh shit, man! I'm talking to some of everybody. Y'all let me know who y'all want to win in the comment section, man. Hit us in the comments, man. At real_men_stories live right now, man. Live right now.
Georgia and North Carolina. Let's see also it's Nevada and Arizona.
Wyoming. Yeah, I don't. They ain't finna tell nobody. And then that's really not even official, to be honest with you. But it's never changed. I don't know, has it? I've never known. No, the House of Representatives never had but that's something different. It probably has changed. We probably just never really paid attention to it in between the time frame. Well, no, because George Bush, you remember, it came all the way down to like 273 votes. Yeah, that George Bush and Al Gore. George Bush and Al Gore. Y'all at least got to get on camera. Y'all sitting out here chilling. Y'all at least got to get on camera.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to cash.
You all right, man?
I'm trying to hear on the phone. Like nigga said, sure camera.
Hey, we got to get on camera, man. I can't be the only one on camera talking. Who are you talking to? Talking to the guys outside. The guys outside that's not on camera. Him downstairs don't want to give nobody no cookies and milk. Him downstairs. Trying to get him downstairs to come him instairs. Him outside, him inside.
Take one step back. Take one step back. Yeah,
Right here. We good? There's a lot of anxiety out there. I get it. But if you're watching the results, Trump is winning all the states he's supposed to so far. Kamala is winning all the states she's supposed to. States that matter: Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. She has to win those states. And right now she's looking good in those states. So relax. It's okay. This happens every election cycle. The red states are going to go first. Less populated. We're not in urban centers. Those votes come in last. Philadelphia is going to come in last. Pittsburgh is going to come in last. That's why it's taking so long. In Georgia, Atlanta, Fulton County, DeKalb County, a lot of those votes ain't been counted. Remember, they tried to blow up voting precincts in DeKalb County. So those votes are being counted late. We're not going to hear that tonight. So we need to calm down, relax. We got this. It's in good hands. It's in good hands. So, cool out. Have a drink. We need it. I need one. But it's going to be all good. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep watching. What I want to know, and I can't find out, is Maryland was called, but was the sister Angela. Did you see it, the Senate race in Maryland, Chico? Huh? Angela lost? I wanted her to win. There it is right there. Massachusetts. Don't worry about those numbers, 191 to 81. New York ain't been called. New Jersey ain't been called. Massachusetts ain't been called. We ain't got to California. We still got a long night. She's still ahead of Michigan by 15%. 15% of the vote. That means that the urban centers haven't even started counting yet. That's a good sign. Detroit, they haven't counted all of the votes yet. Ooh, it's only 1% in Minnesota. So we're looking at these numbers, but look to see what's reporting. How many is reporting? We can't go by that. A lot of these are early vote results. They haven't even started counting the same day results. So, see that Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, too close to call. What are they doing with North Carolina? Yeah, so Trump is winning all the states. You see that red in the South. Why do it look like Georgia? Is Georgia still? Georgia's gray? Okay. Yeah, he's gonna win all these states anyway. He's gonna win Ohio. Yeah, Nebraska. Even though she's showing up, Nebraska's typically a red state. There's only 40% in. So, hey folks, relax. It's all good. It's gonna be a long night and a long day tomorrow. We'll come back at you. Exactly. That's not in yet. He's not going to win New Jersey. So we're talking about Pennsylvania right now. There we go.
Looking at this a few minutes ago, we were saying again that we expected Trump to close, to cut into the lead in Harris had. A little bit. It's down to 5 points. And remember what we're looking for in Lackawanna County. There's two very different ways this has played out in the last two elections. In 2016, Donald Trump got close to only about 3 points behind here. He won the state of Pennsylvania. In 2020, Democrats with Joe Biden came in and won this by more than 8 points. Biden won the state. So we were saying at the start of the night, Trump wants this number.
Yes. We good. I ain't panicking yet.
There's still some same data coming.
What's the difference here? 65%? 200,000 votes in North Carolina? What's the difference? But this depends on where those votes are not being counted yet.
It's a very key one because this region where Scranton is, where Lackawanna County is, this is very contested political terrain. I can just show you some of the other counties here. Luzerne County, this is where Wilkes-Barre is. This is also where the city of Hazleton is. Hazleton is a majority Hispanic city. Donald Trump actually won Hazleton in 2020. Again, Trump campaign thinks they can make more gains with Hispanic voters. If they do, they'll see it here. About half the vote is in Luzerne County. And again, same days with still Trump's leading 2020, but in 2022, the non-partisan Senator Jack Rosen on that seat, she won the non-partisan by 6 digits, but she still won the non-partisan. So yes, you don't exactly know how they're going to vote, but they will in 2022. Something interesting by the Democrats, where there was a change at the top of the ticket. I mean, the internal polling numbers there were Meanwhile, Trump 26-2 here in 2020.
So is this what y'all expected? Is this the outcome, or this the progress that everybody expected? Oh yeah, she's guaranteed Atlanta.
We also have, look at this, excuse me, Cobb County, we also have, look at this, getting close in Cobb County. Again, take a look at 2016 to 2020 here. Joe Biden leads by 14 points. Now, right now, it's basically a 15-point margin. This is another one that margin for Democrats was bigger earlier. It's come down as we were seeing days coming in. Cobb is a massive, massive county. Again, it's much bigger than any of those others that I just showed you. 82%. We're seeing data come. That's concerning for Democrats if it starts dropping.
Don't make my night so much better.
Still where we were.
Kamala,
Again, there's some clear Democratic growth, but they don't want slippage in those big ones as the remaining vote comes in. And again, just check me. We showed you Cherokee. These are the big Republican sort of fringe of the metro counties. Here's one, Forsyth County, where Trump is clearly for 2020. You know,
He definitely gonna win Forsyth.
This is interesting again. Four Republican area, fast growing. Dallas, Georgia is here. 29 points for Trump last time around, down to 24. So again, that's a feather in the Democrats' cap right there. He pulled the County and Trump number down. And we'll finally close out this one.
You said close out with Fayette.
We ID this one at the start of the night. Look at Democrats were actually flipping this. They are definitely having a good night in Georgia. Looks like they're going to come short. Harris has made progress here. And it's big suburban county here. Harris made progress from 7 points, now sitting at 3 points. But is that progress enough for Democrats?
He didn't even show the cow.
Nah, he closed it out with Fayette.
He don't want to show the cow. He know what's going on. He know what it is. He don't want to show it. Exactly. He know what it is. They extended an hour in some places. It's been over.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but he still skipped over the cab on purpose. I don't care what nobody said.
That was always the last one.
Oh yeah, that's why he ain't said that.
That brings them over the top.
Yeah, they want to keep it dramatic. They already know what's gonna happen with the cab coming.
That's not the biggest county, but that's not the
Looking back at the battleground states that we're still awaiting definitive calls in Georgia, it's too close to call between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And it's too close to call between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. In Wisconsin, it's too close to call between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. In Michigan, say it with me now. It's too close to call between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris.
We probably gonna find out till in the morning.
Nah, yeah, you gonna find out till the morning.
Between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. It is too early to call between the two presidential contenders. Let's look at Senate races right now, including in some of the states that have just closed. 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Poll closings. Looking at the Senate race, Montana, incumbent Democratic U.S. Senator John Tester. He's a challenge to
Why they not talking about house races?
You can check that. You can check on your phone though.
The house races?
Yeah, you can check on your phone. Partner pulled it up before you left. And go all the way down to the
It's so good. That'd be great if you could. That'd be great.
Still here at Black Dot Cultural Center, man. Right now, we checking in that every state, every politician seem to be winning their prospective state that everybody kind of predicted right now. So things are pretty predictable going on. You know what I'm saying? So we all stay tuned. Keep in tune. Y'all stay tuned.
Yeah, you need those every so often.
Oh, that's why. But his computer had
We'll see in the coming hours if there's clear separation between these candidates. Otherwise, it could take some time there in Arizona. We want to return to Pennsylvania because I think we've got a pretty big development here. And part of the story we've been following all night, we've been flagging Lackawanna County, big one, where Scranton is, heart of Northeast Pennsylvania, a very contested race here politically. And the question has been, what would this land have? And you're now basically looking at it. This is probably in Lackawanna County. Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris is winning this by 3 points over Donald Trump. We were using this as a gauge because in 2020, Joe Biden won this by 8.5 points on the state. In 2016, Donald Trump lost this only by about 3.5 points, 3.4 points. This was a winning combination for Donald Trump. He won the state. It was a winning combination for Donald Trump tonight. And 331 was his loss here in Lackawanna County is actually a little bit less than the 2016 margin. So it's one of our key questions in Pennsylvania. With Donald Trump getting back, it was 2016 a big blue-collar county like this. I think about how a lot of big blue-collar counties like this throughout the contested northern tier of the battleground. This is like we use also because this Indiana, because the counties we got the county here. So that's what it is there right there. And the question we have to be down at the east, Luzerne County, another biggie, is big counties for East Pennsylvania. Still in that same direction, they both county. Choose the counties 11.
Y'all saw that? I hope not. What city?
All right, time for another update. Again, want to see this uncaught races. Shout out for Angela, also Brooks in Maryland, winning her Senate seat. That was a tough race. Tough race. We're still in the same place we were last time it was up. Nothing new. Everything that has called so far was going to happen. We're still waiting on the big. It looked like, I think we may take Pennsylvania. It's looking good. She's looking good. So we need to just relax, let this play out. Philadelphia, come in big. I think we're okay in Michigan. I haven't seen the breakdown in Wisconsin. Look at this. Cruz by 9 points. It's Texas, y'all. We get our hopes up high every year on Texas. Texas isn't ready yet. Not quite ready. We got to stop buying into that hype. But I will say, I'm not discouraged, nor am I nervous. So we should calm down. Relax. Relax. We knew this was going to be tight. They've been saying it all along. Did some of us want to blow out? I know I did. But it is what it is. Half of this country likes drama and chaos. It is what it is. So I think we'll ish this out. We're going to keep giving updates. I do like what I'm seeing in Pennsylvania. I'm not certain about Georgia. They're not talking about DeKalb County. 80%? Are we trending high or low? So I don't know. Something's up. DeKalb County's 80% in, but they're not showing us any numbers. Are we going to exceed the 2020 numbers? Because we're going to need to. We're going to need to in order. As DeKalb goes, so does Georgia. By the way, we in DeKalb. This is DeKalb. Y'all like to focus out there on Fulton. DeKalb. This is where it happens at. We'll get back to you shortly. We're going to kind of pay attention to see what's going on. How we looking? Have a drink. Relax. Chill. What's the what? What is a freestyle? What do you say?
What's the freestyle?
That ain't no freestyle. Don't look at me like that. My knees ain't gonna let me do this so much. Why don't you bust a freestyle? That's a freestyle. I ain't that creative. Y'all want me freestyling. I can't put two rhymes together. However, I'm still encouraged. We still gonna make this happen. Peace, and I'll be back with you.
How's everybody doing? We down here at Black Dot, live, stream, watch party, man. Got some people into the house today, man. I'm gonna highlight my light-skinned brother, my man Lex over here, man. What's going on, Lex? Dex, man. Go on and shout out.
What up? What it do? Real men, real stories. Black Dot Leadership Academy. We're about to go here and see where this country, how this country gonna lose its mind. Which way is it gonna lose its mind, left or right?
Which way are you, left or right?
I'm in the middle. I'm balanced.
That's my guy right there. He's balanced. It's my guy. He's balanced. Yeah, we got plenty of food, man. We got food left over, man. Everybody come down here. I don't know about them hot dogs. Some boys from New York told me, man, you gotta leave them hot dogs.
AKA Glizzy.
You gotta leave them hot dogs alone, man. That's what them guys from New York were saying. I don't understand that, man. I don't understand. Can't even eat hot dogs in the United States no more. Can't even eat a hot dog in the United States no more, man. Y'all folks missing out, man, on the Great Watch Party, man. A lot of conversations being had. A lot of knowledge being spread. Yeah. Oh, man. A beautiful night in Georgia, beautiful night in Atlanta. About 71 degrees. The sun is clear. All the candidates are winning their prospective states. We don't know if it's going to change. Georgia's too close. Pennsylvania's too close. Michigan's too close. Wisconsin, North Carolina, everybody's too close. President popular vote, Trump. Road to 270 electoral college votes. It's going to get you to become president of the United States. 270 and above.
Shout out, be back in about 10 minutes.
After 9 years, that's all I need is Donald Trump to be president. Like the sunshine.
you doing? Checking in one more time at the election, giving us some more election updates. What it says, too close to call. I think everybody's still winning their respective states. That map looked very, very red, though. That map looked very, very red. How do you feel about that map being red?
It's a little scary. It's a little scary.
You scared?
I'm not scared. I think the map being that red is a little scary, but I'm not scared personally. It's just, it's a little alarming. You know what I'm saying? Because like, where is everybody at?
I guess they still counting the votes, man. We got a long time before they count the votes. What is that? Montana, 20 to 210. That seems to be expected.
Yeah, I mean, at this go round, what can you expect? I mean, she did her best. She's doing her best. You know what I'm saying? So look, right now,
Oh man, the Senate is getting torn because they were just 44, 30, 44, 35, 44, 36. They're like, oh man, the Senate is, yeah. The Senate seems to be in the Republicans' favor, highly in their favor at this moment. You seem to be going on up in here, man. I don't like her haircut. I do not like that haircut. I don't like that haircut. I ain't saying I don't like the short hair. I just don't like that haircut. She blinks her eyes too much for me. I don't like that. I don't like somebody blink their eyes that many times. She's blinking her eyes a whole lot. That's probably why they ain't saying nothing. They can't stop looking at her blinker. Uh-oh. Down on Trump. They ain't got it as hard as they do. She's catching up on him now in North Carolina. She is catching up on him in North Carolina now. That is a lot of red in North Carolina, but the blue is cities. See, that's the difference. Red is mostly rural. Blue is cities, and that's where most of the population is at anyway. So, oh, man. Is Kamala in trouble? Is Donald Trump in trouble? Who's going to take it? It's a slug match, a slug fest going on. Mano y mano, battle of the sexes. Who's going to take the victory, y'all? Comment, let me know.
Update, 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 update.
Okay, we got California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho closing now. So California will probably call relatively quickly. We're still looking, still down to Pennsylvania, Michigan, California. She's gonna win California, right? Idaho's going to Trump. Portland and Oregon's going to Kamala. So is Washington. 54. Kamala, yes. Idaho's going to Trump. Iowa's Trump. It's been a Republican state. Iowa's Trump. Yeah. Nevada's still a toss-up. They were just trending. It wasn't going to happen.
What about Georgia?
Georgia hasn't been called yet.
So are we saying conclusion? Premature conclusion. They don't want no black woman on the seat. They're not gonna let a black woman win.
We don't know that yet. So you see what's left on the map, right? See that number keeps going down in Georgia. It was at 200. Trump was ahead 202,000 votes. Now it's down to 136. And Fulton and DeKalb hasn't come in yet. Michigan. She got a hold in Michigan. Come on, Detroit. She got 28,000 votes, and he's ahead. She gotta have Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. That is a must. She gonna drop. I don't know if she's gonna win North Carolina. and I'm not even sure about Georgia. Arizona, you got to come through. It's not a must. Arizona's not a must. Nevada, Arizona's not a must. If she wins Detroit, Michigan, Wisconsin, Washington, Oregon. I'm sorry. Arizona's a swing state, but she doesn't have to have Arizona to win. As long as she wins Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. She got the presidency.
She got to win. She got to get those.
Thank you.
If she gets Georgia, if she gets to North Carolina, if she gets to Arizona, that's a plus. That's a plus.
She needs to win 3. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin,
It's those 3. Michigan.
and Michigan.
It's those 3. If she loses Detroit, North Carolina, Arizona, she cannot lose those 3. That's what they call the blue wall, right? California was gonna go Democrat. There's been no surprises so far. Like they still haven't called Connecticut yet. That's her. They still haven't called New Jersey yet. That's her. They just showed Connecticut hasn't been called just now. Yeah, California's called. See, Arizona's tight. They're talking about a delay. It's only 51% in Arizona. He's up by not even 0.01 percentage points. Another bomb threats in Democratic precincts in Arizona.
None of these bomb threats is thought to be associated with an actual bomb, with anything actually exploding. There hasn't been any sign of that whatsoever. False bomb threats that are designed.
Bomb threats all over the country and precincts all over the country, not just here in Georgia. But that stops everything. It stops the counting. I'm sorry? Exactly. The question is, if they were so comfortable in their win, in their candidate, why are they having bomb threats? And these these bombs, not bombs. These threats of bombs are all in Democratic precincts. That's where we are. So it looks like Virginia hasn't been called yet. Is that correct? Looks like Virginia hasn't been called. Am I looking at that right? Georgia, South Carolina. Yeah, you got some key states that have not been called yet. Nevada, Arizona. Is that Arkansas? Arkansas is probably going to go red, traditionally red, but just the fact that it hasn't been called is tight. But that upper Midwest, that's what's going to make a difference. There we go. But, North Carolina and Virginia has not been called. So, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, too close to call. We need to get 3 of those 4. All right, we're going to get back with you with another election update. I'm not panicking yet. I do feel a little something. See that 2.8, jump up by 2.8 in Georgia, that's down. 2.9 in North Carolina, that's down. 3.0 in Pennsylvania, that makes me a little nervous. But I think Philadelphia hasn't come in yet. They just said it on the news. If she wins Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, she'll win. Those three is what's important. Then she needs to pick up Georgia or North Carolina. I need to see, it depends on how many electoral votes you have, but let's say Wisconsin, she needs a Georgia or an Arizona. She has to pick up some of the other, right. So Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, that pads. That just makes it the path easier to win. Yes. If he wins any of Pennsylvania, Michigan, or Wisconsin, as long as he wins Georgia, North Carolina, he has to carry all of them. And one of the three that I named. Oregon just dropped. Washington State's going to drop.
This is New York 18. A really interesting race, a very tightly divided district. Biden, Democrat here, won his seat in Congress in August 2022 special election. He was up against Allison Esposito, Republican opponent, who had been very heavily invested in by the Republican Party. She's one of the so-called young gun candidates for the Republican Party. So the NRPD for 25 years. Democrats will hold on to that seat in New York 18. I also have a controller here just for a moment that I just lost my IFB. And so I am now one of these people who's seeing everything.
All right, Chico. Kick it. There you go. DJ Chico on the ones and twos. Frankie Bubbly. There we go.
She ain't getting the number she needs, Pennsylvania. I told you. I told you. Pennsylvania was going to be hard. They're saying right now. That first, I think of what Biden.
How y'all doing, man?
Good. What about you?
I'm good, man. Trump ain't winning everything. Still about the same. Everybody winning what they're supposed to be winning.
It's still ahead, though.
A lot of brothers are talking about voting for Trump. I know a lot of brothers. I do too. Talk about voting. A lot of brothers, a lot of people, a lot of Hispanics. I don't understand, but they don't know about what they hear. A lot of them dudes bad at women. I know I sound crazy. I don't want to sound like a lot of them dudes bad at women. I'm just keeping it real.
A lot of dudes don't feel comfortable with president. They will tough their heart on everything else to not have a president.
But there'll also be some women.
Yeah, they don't want a woman.
You would think she would get every female vote.
Only the women who it will affect. But the women who it's not going to affect, you don't know it's going to affect them until the shit after the fact.
Wow. I think the eye knows regardless who wins.
sent out by the campaign manager for Kamala Harris, General Valley Dillon. I'm just going to tell you what we got. We continue to see data trickle in from the Sun Belt states. We have known all along that our clearest path to 270 electoral votes lies through the blue wall states. And we feel good about what we're seeing. Again, this is an email from the Harris campaign manager, General Valley Dillon. This is an email to campaign staff. This email has been obtained by NBC News. I'll continue to quote it. Valley Dillon says the Harris campaign has, quote, overperformed turnout expectations in Philadelphia, and that they're waiting for a quote significant amount of votes to come in from Michigan, including from the city of Detroit. Valley Dillon says they're also waiting for a significant amount of votes from Wisconsin's Dane County and Milwaukee County, adding they do not expect Wisconsin's complete results until between 3 and 5 a.m. We've been saying for weeks, says Valley Dillon, that this race might not be called tonight. Those of you who were around in 2020 know this well. It takes time for all the votes to be counted. All the votes will be counted. That is how our system works. What we do know is this race is not going to come into focus until the early morning hours. Jen Psaki, let me get your reaction to that.
Well, just reading this, I was thinking of what's happening in the boiler room. It's a very high pressure thing. You call it on a campaign, but Nicole and I probably spent a collective hundreds of hours in boiler rooms. It's basically where you have the top campaign strategists and teams looking at, like our team looks at the decision desk, right? They have a team of people that do the decision desk. What's different in a campaign is that you're also looking at the goals in these counties and what you're trying to achieve, right? So in these counties, you know, in Philly, they're trying to run up the vote numbers by a great deal higher than Biden did. And they're looking at, you know, what the percentages were then. And Biden did about 2 percentage points better than Clinton in a lot of the key parts of Pennsylvania. So they're looking at that. But they're also looking at the rural counties and where they're doing there and how they can do. So as the information comes in the boiler room, they're recalculating where they need to do better in certain states, in addition to looking at the path. So to me, it's interesting. Obviously, there hasn't been a call from here in some of the states that she doesn't mention in this email, but it is quite telling that she really focuses on the blue wall states here, which again, as Nicole said earlier, has long been probably a baseline of the path and is a core to the path, and they see it that way. The last thing I'll just say, the thing that becomes hard on campaigns is as the path narrows, right? Because part of the objective of this email is to say to the people on the team, hang in there, guys. Like, it's not over. We're still getting votes in. We still need to keep talking to people, keep people in lines, tell your grandma it's going to be okay. That's part of the objective of an email like that, too.
Yeah. We have a couple of calls to make. While we have been discussing this, we've got a couple of projections from NBC News. In the presidential race in Connecticut, NBC News can project that the winner of that presidential race will be Vice President Kamala Harris. NBC News can also project that we have a winner in the presidential contest in Washington State. The winner there also Kamala Harris. NBC News can also make a projection in the Senate race in Washington State. In that Senate race, we've got an incumbent Democratic Senator, Maria Cantwell. She will be returning to the United States Senate from Washington State. Steve, over to you.
A few more things we're getting in. First of all, I want to point this out, and this is what the national popular vote is right now. Now, customarily, we've seen this the last two elections, 20 and 16, that Trump has led in the tally of the national popular vote, well into the night. And typically, what you see certainly is California comes in late, and it takes a while to get all the vote counted there. And that's just a millions of vote margin for Democrats. So certainly, this is going to change, and we're just starting to get California in. But outside of the core battleground, there are a couple things that I want to flag. A couple states that it's awfully late in the night and we don't have calls on yet that I think a lot of folks might have expected we would. Let me start in Virginia, where 80% of the vote is now in. And Kamala Harris, you see, is ahead here by about 2.5 points in the count. But again, in 2020, this was more than a 10-point state for Joe Biden over Donald Trump. What's changed tonight? Where has Trump made progress in Virginia? Take a look here, Loudoun County. This is one, if you remember that governor's race in Virginia in 2021 with Glenn Youngkin, we talked an awful lot about Loudoun County. You have suburbs, exurbs in Washington, D.C., just lightning fast growth here. Biden won this thing by 25 points. It's been getting leaps and bounds more Democratic. Look what happened in Loudoun County tonight would have been a 25-point win for Joe Biden. It comes down to a 16-point win. And again, Trump needs to be improving to win Virginia, on average by about 10 points in these counties. He comes very close to it there in Loudoun County. Take a look, Prince William County. This is a very densely populated and a very diverse county. Again, significant Hispanic population. Biden won this by 27, down to 18 points tonight. Just about all in there in Prince William County. Virginia Beach, we still have a lot of votes to come in Virginia Beach, and this is one, this is where Joe Biden won by 5. This is the one when Glenn Youngkin became governor, he flipped and won. And Trump right now leading this by 6 points. Again, that would be an 11-point shift here. There's a lot of areas here, that Trump would still need to do even better in if you were actually going to overtake Harris here. But the fact that it's this late at night and Trump has made gains that have held this so much so far, it's significant. It's part of why that popular vote is it's a big relief this hour. He thought Trump would have. Big reason though is this. This is why I raised it. New York, look, it's been called. Harris is going to win New York. The margin is 12 points. Check this out. In 2020, it was 23 points for Joe Biden. With nearly 90% of the vote in, Harris is only winning this by 12 points. Now, first of all, from a national popular vote perspective, Biden won this state by 2 million votes in 2020. The margin isn't yet 1 million, and we're getting close to all the voting in New York. And I want to zoom in a little bit closer here because I think this is significant. Let's look at New York City itself. The 5 boroughs of New York City, they're each their own individual county. And let me show you what's happened here. Overwhelming Democratic city. Manhattan, the most liberal county in New York, a portion of New York, 86-12, 74-point Biden win, down to 63. Trump's made double-digit gains in Manhattan. Take a look at Queens, 45-point Joe Biden win in 2020. Down to 24, a 20-point net gain so far for Donald Trump in Queens, New York. Take a look over at Brooklyn, 55 has come down to 43. Staten Island's very small population-wise. It is the Republican borough of New York City. And you can see even there, though, Trump has gained a net of about 20 points with just about all the vote in there. And again, I flag that because we are seeing in New York Trump's gains with Hispanic voters, working class Hispanic voters. We're seeing in New York City, it's being reflected in that statewide vote here, which has come down significantly. And even if you go across the Hudson River into New Jersey has 85% of the vote tally. We have not yet called it. Now, Kamala Harris is ahead here by nearly 200,000 votes. But again, contrast this to New Jersey in 2020. This was a 16-point state. Tonight, it is a 5-point race with 85% of the vote tally. The margin here in 2020 was about 800,000 votes for Joe Biden. Tonight, it hasn't yet cracked 200,000. Again, that has potential national popular vote implications for those who are tracking that. But I wanted to point out New Jersey, again, we see Harris is a pretty chance to win the state, but take a look at Hudson County. Hudson County, just across the river, this is where Union City, New Jersey is, for instance, it's 80% Hispanic. A lot of small, densely populated cities in Hudson County with large Hispanic populations. Joe Biden won here by 46 points. Tonight it's 28 points. This is basically it in Hudson County. From 46 to 28. This is one of those giant core Democratic counties in New Jersey the Democratic Party relies on. That's a massive shift. And again, that speaks to Trump's gains, it really would seem, with Hispanic voters. So again, there are several states here that have bearing on the national popular vote. We saw the polls nationally much tighter than before. We wondered if Trump was going to narrow the margin in some of those big states. That is what we're seeing. I did want to follow up on Wisconsin too. Now getting close to 70% of the vote in. And yes, we were just talking about Dean and the question of what was left and could the Democrats here hit that margin that they got out of 2020. And it's true. Okay, well, there we go. Now we're up to 95%. So we just since I checked it a few minutes ago, we got more. We're getting close to all the vote in Dane County. 163,000. That's the Harris margin in Dane County. 163,000. In 2020, that was about 182,000. 182, 163. We'll see if there's any more votes to come. But when that hits 95%, they usually aren't. So again, if anything like that holds, the Democrats want to be at that number. This is where they've improved their performance every time for 4 years. Where Democrats have improved tonight, where Harris has improved, or it looks like she will. Not much to come in Waukesha. Big county, 400,000 people live here. Again, one of those wild counties right outside Milwaukee. And here again, Trump got, basically 60%, 60 to 39. Trump falling a point here so far. Harris rising a point over Biden. So that is progress for Democrats in a very big county. Take a look here at Ozaukee County. And again, this one, now we got about 3/4 of the vote in. 2020 number. Again, this is where Democrats are a couple points better. See what happens with that remaining vote. And we talked at the start of the night about, we said, wild counties and the Brown counties here. Brown County, Allegheny County, Winnebago County, mid-sized cities along sort of Fox River, Lake Winnebago. These are all counties that Donald Trump won in 2020, but with reduced margins. Is he returning to 2016 levels, or is he back at 2020 levels? So Allegheny County here, this is where the city of Appleton is. In 2016, when Trump won Wisconsin, he won this county by about 13 points. In 2020, when he lost Wisconsin, 10-point margin, and tonight, as you can see, 67% is back at that 13-point spread right now. Now we're getting votes still to come in Allegheny County. But I fully flag this because we are seeing it in an awful lot of places tonight where Trump is returning to 2016 levels. These are always dramatic shifts, but Wisconsin's a state. When Trump won it was by 20,000 votes. When Biden won it was by 20,000 votes. So these kinds of differences can make all the difference. See what happens with the remaining vote there. But that's something we've been seeing in other places in this northern tier of the battleground all through the night. Again, now we are 70%. It's very close here, about 67,000 votes. More to come out of those wild counties, and we'll see if there's anything left there indeed. But if that number doesn't move, that's a little bit below, I think, where Democrats wanted to be there.
All right, Steve, thank you. We've got a call to make in a Senate race. NBC News can project that in the Senate race in the great state of Minnesota. Do we have that projection? There we go. In the Senate race in the great state of Minnesota, Democratic incumbent Senator Amy Klobuchar will be heading back to the United States Senate. Amy Klobuchar, re-elected in Minnesota. We're going to take a quick break right now. There's a bunch of other Senate races right now. We haven't checked in for a little while. The important Senate races in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nevada, Montana, Nebraska. Lots of interesting Senate races still to come. We're going to check in on those on the other side of this break. Stay with us.
Maybe I'm foolish, or maybe I'm blind. If you not see through this, see what's behind. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. So they let you do that. Where you going? I wish my TV provider would choose what I pay for and maybe pause my subscription when I want and my TV provider. I wish my TV provider would choose what I pay for and maybe pause my subscription when I want and have a free channel. Choosing customize your channel with a cool free. Sling lets you do that.
What time you take on the rest?
Serious side effects include ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to some worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast and urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum may occur. Stop dirty and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. You may have increased risk for lower limits. Call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of infection in your legs or feet. Taking Jardiance medicinal urea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
We're here for the number one hit maker.
Excuse me, This may adjust the base, add more powder, maybe some drugs.
Certain choices.
Yeah, which one? I can give full service home management, advice,
Invest in my own and trade on Thinkorswim.
Girl is the only front man you need.
Oh, I need to take this girl. Sure. Have a choice in how you invest with Schwab.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for any traveler you want to be. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
NBC News can project at this hour in the presidential race in the state of Virginia that there is a winner in Virginia. Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris has won the presidential contest in the state of Virginia. NBC News can also project a winner in the presidential contest in North Carolina. NBC News projects that the winner in the presidential race in the state of North Carolina is Donald Trump. This is our first projection of a result in any of the 7 big swing states. The first swing state to be projected by NBC News tonight is North Carolina, going to Donald Trump. I understand we also have a change in the characterization of the presidential race in Minnesota. In Minnesota, this had previously been characterized as too early to call Minnesota, now characterized by NBC News as too close to home. Looking at the overall map, the road to 270, right now Donald Trump stands at 230 electoral votes. Kamala Harris stands at 185. Again, of the 7 swing states that me and everybody else has been watching, we now have an NBC News call in the first one, Joy, North Carolina, called for Donald Trump.
Yeah, and so it was, it's a state that I think Democrats definitely were reaching for. There was a lot of work to try to turn out the college campuses, which were really thick and really packed, and try to turn out the suburbs. And I think there was a lot of hope because of just the insanity, can we say fairly, of the person who's running for governor in that state, and I thought that, defeating him would also carry Harris in. But in the end, if they didn't make their numbers and essentially exceed the numbers that Joe Biden had in the suburbs, and I think we have to be blunt about why. Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. And that is what it appears happened in that state, is that if you can't flip enough white women, and we've talked about this on this set numerous times, is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week abortion or a 12-week abortion. I think there's not 12 weeks. But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris. A couple of women, this will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. God bless Shannon Watts is trying to have that conversation. But if people are receptive to it, and if people vote more, party line or more on race and on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
So, it would not be surprises here. We do have to remember when it comes to North Carolina, they just went through the hurricane. We know that the state made tons of accommodations and people weren't able to get to the polls in an abbreviated form. But they also were victims to a huge amount of misinformation over the last 4 weeks. You cannot underestimate the impact that had. But to Joy's point, there's no surprises in this election. People knew exactly who they were voting for and what they were getting. So they get what they get.
I want to go back to Mark Robinson for a second, because I think it's sort of interesting. Mark Robinson is like running an experiment, which is like, what's the floor? What's the floor for some
someone who's a major party nominee in a swing state, in basically a close to
Everybody knows.
Mark Robinson is the current lieutenant governor of North Carolina running for governor. He's the one who said he was calling himself a Nazi at one point on the New Africa Forum, where he had a long set of exchanges in which he said basically every single offensive thing a person can do. He has a very, very long history of saying incredibly repellent, omnidirectionally offensive statements about just about every group imaginable. He is the opposite of what you could call like diplomatic or like political. He's gonna get his, he lost, right? So he lost by a lot. He got 40%. So like to me, I look at that 40%, I think, where does everyone start in the structurally polarized America that we live in? And the answer is Mark Robinson at 40% of Carolina. That guy worried about it. He was abandoned by the Teletic, he was abandoned by fellow Republicans, abandoned by his entire staff, by the entire staff. He had just about the worst news cycles you've ever seen for any candidate. And it is basically what has been a 50-50 state more or less, so it's a good experiment. That is the floor, it's 40. So the reason that matters is because there's two things happening in every election. There's the structural stuff that's happening, and then there's what happens in that campaign, what the candidates are, what's happening in the news. The structural stuff in this country is like the 40%. Yeah. That structural stuff is moving in all sorts of interesting directions, and Steve has been talking about them. The realignment we see the working class voters moving from parties to the left to parties to the right. That's happened in every single OECD developed democracy across the world over the last 16 years, 20, you can go back further. Because of how structurally polarized we are, everything's happening in the margins. And the margins are 3 points, 4 points, 5 points. In a room of 100 people with people wearing different colored shirts, it's like 3 people changing the color of their shirt, it's 4 people changing the color of their shirt. That's where everything happens in American politics right now.
Well, and I think it goes back to what David said there. And said they built a campaign for Kamala Harris to try to defeat a Donald Trump that had a 48% ceiling. It looks like from some of what Steve Bernanke is telling us, his ceiling might have been higher this time.
Well, we talked to David exactly about that this idea that his ceiling was 46.1 or 46.7, and always been that. And so there'll be much more time to follow this. We are following the story and the facts, and the story's not over. But if Donald Trump did increase that margin over what had been an 8-year ceiling, right, there will be much to say and much to study about whether that was because of some newfound appreciation for him and his ideas, or whether this was an economy election. And we've had many of them. And there's many politicians who will say, oh, this happened, that means you like me more, I have a bigger mandate. And sometimes it's not that. It's that high prices and inflation after COVID disruptions was a body blow to many places. You had what you just said.
Working class voters are actually mad at everyone. They're mad at the system. They're mad at the establishment. And Democrats have thought in the last few years, listen, look at what all we've done for unions. Look what we've done for labor in this country. But we forget, not all working class voters are members of unions, right? And so there's a huge portion correct. And I think that gets overlooked. And what we can all say, that Donald Trump does absolutely nothing for them. That's true from a policy perspective. But they look around and somehow still they feel connected with his personality. They like the way he speaks. And he speaks to them and says, you are forgotten. You know what Joe Biden did? He forgave student loan debt for college-educated people who have all sorts of job opportunities. You continue to be forgotten. And so while they haven't found any policy solutions for him, and I can go through everything that Joe Biden has done for beyond what he's done with unions. We can talk about the Inflation Reduction Act. We can talk about infrastructure plans. We can talk about all the training programs in many of the rural communities, whether it's Georgia and Pennsylvania. But many of them aren't underway yet, and it takes time, right?
Just briefly, I'm not speaking to that. I'm just saying that when the economy is bad enough and that's front and center, people tend to vote against what they see as the incumbent party. In this case, you had an incumbent vice president. And all I'm saying, and we don't know yet, I'm just saying that is it that everyone gave Donald Trump a bigger hug because he closed so well? If I was we're not issuing any new calls other than the North Carolina call Rachel just made, but in the total vote trends, is it that, or is it something we've seen from time going back to the beginning of elections that when people are mad about the economy, they vote against the economy?
Or they don't vote at all, because I think we also forget that we are a 60% on a good year turnout country. There are a lot of people, especially low wealth people, told me this, is that Mr. Barber, and he talks about all the time on our shows, is that poor and low people actually don't vote for the most part. They normally sit it out. And so there's a checking out of the system and saying, I'm not receiving economic benefits. College loan forgiveness doesn't impact me. And so people are actually, in some cases in this country, backing out of voting altogether. So I think there's a tendency to think it's poor people voting against their best interests, but in many cases, poor people aren't voting at all. And so they're just not a part of the system. And so what you have is higher net worth and higher education voters voting versus rural working class voters. But just remember, working class does not mean poor. You can be working class, meaning you're a non-college voter, but you actually have, a second home somewhere in, the Hamptons, and you work in a plumbing business, and you're not necessarily poor. So I think we have to be careful in characterizing it as necessarily low-wage people voting against their interests and figuring out how to get them in the system at all. So we have a call to make. NBC News can make a projection of a winner in the governor's race in the great state of Washington. We have that. NBC News projects that the governor's race in Washington, the Democrat Bob Ferguson will be the next governor in Washington. The Republican opponent, Dave Reichert, Democrat Bob Ferguson will be the winner there. I did mention that we were going to talk about some of the 10 Senate races that we've got right now. We are still going to do that. I go first to Philadelphia. Jacob Soboroff is at the Tabulation Center in Philly, which is kind of the center of the political universe right now. Jacob, how do you see it?
Richard, last I spoke with you, we were at this door with Seth Bluestein, one of the 3 Philadelphia city election commissioners here responsible for the tabulation of the ballots and all election administration in Philadelphia. We expect another release of ballots around midnight Eastern time, and I have some specific numbers that may or may not be useful to Steve and you all there. He tells me that around 50,000 votes will be a part of that next release around midnight Eastern time, and that would leave a total universe, according to Mr. Bluestein, 37,000 votes left. But that would include ballots that wouldn't be counted, like unsigned ballots, undated ballots, no secrecy envelopes, and other ballots that, for whatever reason, don't meet the standard of being counted. So again, 50,000 ballots to be released in the next 9 minutes, and then 37,000 tomorrow. To just quickly show you, it looks like actually maybe there's some ballots or something coming in right now. We see a police car escort with 2 different vans. But I do want to show you, Rachel, just come take a look through the window here, because this is the one angle you can see election workers here in Philadelphia that is not their camera processing the ballots. And they're all in there now going through the process. Election workers doing their great civic duty. In about 9 minutes time, we expect the information about those additional 50,000 ballots. And then again, just underscore, tomorrow morning there will be another release here in Philadelphia.
Okay. I will just let you know.
Let's take a look. Here comes the additional tricks. Go ahead, Rachel.
I was just going to say, just to let you know, in case you couldn't see, when you were poking your nose into that window, looking through that window, there was a security officer and a cop inside who was very displeased about the fact that you were doing that. Just so you know, in case there's an unfriendly.
Here, I'll give you one more peek, just one quick peek. I think they left. Take a look.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When you get the tap on your shoulder momentarily, don't tell them the email is Jacob.
It's coming. It's coming.
You will always have your back. I'm kidding.
Ask for forgiveness.
Honestly, you're Jacob Soboroff, you just turn on the charm and you're like, oh, did I do something wrong? Me? Me? How could I be out of trouble for any of these? All right, let's go back to some of those Senate boards, which we just, I think we had one of them up there first, looking first at the Pennsylvania Senate race. We're going to look at some of the Senate races that are not yet called. NBC News is projecting in the Senate race in Pennsylvania that this is a too close to call race between Democratic incumbent Senator Bob Casey and Republican challenger Dave McCormick. This is over 80% of the vote in Pennsylvania. Here in Michigan, also too close to call. This is Alyssa Slotkin, the Democrat, versus Mike Rogers, the Republican, with just over 40% of the vote in. Here's Wisconsin. Wisconsin Senator, you got a Democratic incumbent, Tammy Baldwin, facing a Republican challenger, Eric Hopke. This is with just over 70% of the vote in. This is where things stand in Wisconsin. Here's Arizona, just over half the vote in Arizona. This is too early to call. You see Congressman Ruben Gallego there with just over 52% of the vote. Carrie Lake just under 46% of the vote. That's with just over half of the vote counted. Too early to call in Arizona. In Nebraska, this is a very interesting one. Too early to call. Here's the incumbent Republican, Deb Fischer. Her opponent here is not a Democrat, it's an independent, Dan Osborne, who's actually said that he won't caucus with either party. We don't know exactly what that would mean if he won, but the status between them here, you can see on your screen, almost 50-50, with about 60% of the vote in. Also looking at Montana. Very interesting. We've only got about 14% of the vote in Montana. This is incumbent Democratic Senator John Tester and a Republican challenger, Tim Sheehy. This is too early to call, just about 14% of the vote in that Montana Senate race. I think Democrats, obviously, they're pie in the sky. These Senate races, was that like Florida was within reach against Rick Scott with Debbie Garcia Powell, maybe Texas was within reach with Ted Cruz versus Colin Allred. Now I think that we're down to figuring out what the Republican margin is likely to be.
Honestly, yes, and one of the things that we're seeing in those key races that we have not called, Michigan and Wisconsin, for instance, we saw going all the way back to sort of the delta gap between the polling for the Senate statewide incumbent Democrat and the top of the ticket when it was Biden, and that persisted when it was Kamala Harris, which is to say the Senate top of the ticket candidate running ahead of the national ticket. And there was always a question about whether that was an artifact of the measurement, and they were converged, or there's something picking up there. What we're seeing tonight looks like convergence. It looks like, with the exception of Arizona, in which Ruben Gallego, it looks like is going to outperform the top of the ticket because I think Carrie Lake is such an especially poor candidate after her loss 2 years ago. With those other kind of, I would call them kind of generic R's. They're sort of classic Mitch McConnell recruits in both Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. These are extremely wealthy guys who self-funded, which is like Mitch McConnell's favorite because it takes some money off the balance sheet for his Senate leadership fund. Honestly, it's like you guys do that. That's the checks we have to cut for the Senate leadership fund. These are very classic McConnell recruit generic R guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they're converging with the top of the ticket.
This is a Greenwich, Connecticut guy, right? A hedge fund manager who's the president of Bridgewater, one of the biggest, most successful hedge funds in the world, who has a heritage from Pennsylvania. He's married to Dina Powell, who of course was a senior advisor to Donald Trump, and he absolutely was in a position to self-fund. But it's noteworthy because Bob Casey is sort of expected to win that race and be in line with Kamala Harris. So if in fact Dave McCormick does win, does prevail in Pennsylvania, what could that mean for Kamala Harris in her potential strength in Pennsylvania?
And Trump doing well in certain places is not Republican. When we look at Ohio, where you say, oh, what would a populist senator look like? The Democrats had one with a strong record, even against tailwinds that go, a long ways. However you want to say it, Sherrod Brown was doing 5 points better than the Harris finish, or Moreno was doing 5 points worse than Trump. Either way you cut it, there's some edge there of incumbency and populism, but he's running in an area where the Republican is up 10, and so he's got to deal with that. Yeah, and just to speak about Sherrod Brown, his board we're showing right now, we have to call that race for the challenger for Moreno. I mean, here's an example of the river, the motion of the river of the realignment that's happening across these democracies that everyone is swimming in. No one swam against that river more than Sherrod Brown.
That's a man, daddy, that big ball. That cat got big balls.
All the stuff you hear from Trump and J.D. Vance about trade and about building America, this is the Sherrod Brown brand.
I look up, he's already in here.
He's fought for
I was pretty well like that. No, I ain't just
in that state, and so far he has been successful in managing to swim against that tide. And tonight, the city Ben's dealer
Yeah.
Be there. And
Mercedes-Benz dealer, a man who's making a tremendous amount of money in cryptocurrency. And so Bernie Grainger, first target, is going to be the SEC chair, Gary.
Let me also say there was about $40 million spent from the outside crypto super PAC, not getting shut down precisely because of his role in regulating finance.
Can we just note that I wonder if Democrats will rethink putting their election ballot measure the November election, right? Because this was a candidate, Bernie Moreno, who just openly insulted women in the state of Ohio. I'm sorry, just under 10 seconds to poll closing tonight, a single poll closing tonight. NBC News, as the polls close in Hawaii, NBC News can project that in the presidential race in Hawaii, there is a projected winner, Kamala Harris, projected to be the winner in the presidential race in the state of Hawaii. Right, yes, there it is. In terms of the road to 270, those 4 electoral votes from Hawaii make the road to 270 look like this. Trump right now standing at 230 electoral votes, Harris standing at 189. Again, the only swing state that has been called thus far by NBC News is North Carolina, which has been called for Trump. But here's a look at the other battleground states. In Georgia, it's too close to call. A difference of under 120,000 votes between them, with 93% of the vote in Georgia. In Pennsylvania, too close to call. 84% of the vote is in. Just over 200,000 votes between the two candidates in Pennsylvania. In Michigan, it's too close to call. 44% of the vote in. Difference of about 100,000 votes between them. In Wisconsin, it is too close to call. We've got 3/4 of the vote in, just under 90,000 votes between the two candidates. And in Arizona, it's not too close to call, it is too early to call. You see just over half the vote in. Also in Nevada, it is too early to call. We've got 2% of the vote in Nevada. All right, let's go over to, let's look at where the Senate stands right now, actually. Forgive me. In the Senate race in Hawaii, where polls just closed at midnight Eastern time, NBC News projects the Senate race in Hawaii at this point as too early to call. This is Democratic incumbent Mazie Hirono. Sorry for my confusion there for a moment. I thought we were going right to this side. This is where the Senate stands at this hour. There are still 10 uncalled Senate seats, which is loud.
Missing it? Got a car stuck to the thing.
And that is in West Virginia, where Jim Justice picked up a seat that was previously held by independent Joe Manchin.
How's everybody doing, man? We're about to go on and get ready to close it on out. Looks like most of the things is undecided, but looks like Trump might be in the lead. But we know officially that Kamala has won Virginia, at least that. So still counting votes in, 2% in all different kind of places. Thank you for chiming in to our first of our annual watch parties. We're going to thank Mr. Cass for Black Dot for hosting this event for us, man. And we signing out. Peace.
We said in Missouri County, those areas where Hazleton is, that's the majority, almost 70% is